Welcome to Pet Allies Adoption Minute, sponsored by Sholo TV. I'm Jill Tinkel, and I've got my co-host Odie here, and he is super excited about our guests today. So we have Teresa, who is the brand new executive director at Pet Allies, and I'm so excited to have you here today.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
So you have quite the experience, I understand, in shelters and rescue.
Yeah, I've been in this kind of field for about 30 years, so.
And kind of been all over the country doing it, right?
Yes. I ran a shelter in Virginia and a statewide group in Washington State, so yeah.
Wow.
I've been around.
Wow, I get around. Well, it sounds like this one got around as well, right?
Yeah, this one was an owner surrender. She came in emaciated. She is, we estimate, 7 or 8 years old. And seniors make good pets.
Yes,
They're great pets.
They do.
And she's a sweet dog. She knows how to fetch, and she brings them all back.
Does she give it up, though?
My understanding is yes.
Okay, because that's the difference. Because I've got one at home that does that, but you're not getting the ball.
No, she's a great dog and still has a lot of energy,
She's
wants
very
to
sweet.
play, and very sweet. Yes,
She is a very nice dog. I wouldn't have guessed her to be a senior-ish dog. I love the senior dogs. My daughter in Kansas takes in only senior dogs. I mean, you're past the puppy chewing stage, pretty much house trained. You know, you don't have any of the bad habits. They sleep a lot. They're low key.
Yes.
You know, you can take them anywhere. So there's a lot of great things.
Yeah.
You know, and there's a lot of people who don't want to mess with all that puppy situation.
No.
So do you know what her adoption fee is? I know what the seniors, it's a little lower. I know
yeah,
that.
it is lower, and I'd have to look exactly because it's also based on how long she's been with us.
Oh, okay.
And we're having a special, so it is, we are discounting all of our dogs 1 year or older. So there's even a discount on top of that. So
wow.
yeah.
So she is a deal, is what you're saying.
Yes, and she's a sweet dog, would just love to sit on somebody's front porch.
Yeah, she is one of the biggest dog tongues I think I've ever seen in a dog her size. That thing is massive.
Yeah, she's got the hound kind of tongue going on there.
She could clean up the leftovers pretty good. What do you think?
I think so.
I think so too.
No crumbs on the floor.
No, I love that. That's his job at our house, but he's kind of little.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
Well, I got to ask you a question. So since you've been everywhere, and Sholo is very unique, I think, in a really great way. And how long have you been here?
I've been here about 2 months, but I've been to the shelter about a month.
Okay,
so.
That's what I was thinking. So what has surprised you the most about Sholo or this shelter compared to everything else you've done in your experience?
There's a lot of community support here. It's a small town, and I really feel like everybody kind of recognizes the shelter and is willing to lend a hand, you know?
And is that more so than some of your other bigger cities? And
yeah, the bigger cities, you know, there's so many shelters or there's rescues, and, and then, you know, everybody gets confused. Is that the one on this street or that street? So, you know, everybody seems to know where we are and want to support us.
You know what, that is a really interesting thing you just said, because I've always considered Pet Allies as my shelter. That's my shelter. You know, that's the one that I support. That's the one where I go. You know, so I think you're right. I think you're going to see a lot of ownership from the locals, wanting everything you do to be a success. You know, so I think you're going to love that camaraderie. One thing I've noticed, and I do notice that you've got a really nice leash on her today, because we had a leash shortage at the shelter about a month ago, and we asked for leashes on this show, and I saw on Facebook they were pouring in. People were ordering them on Amazon, people were bringing by their own, and that's the kind of thing you're gonna see here, is when we put out an ask, we need bleach, we need this, you know, then you're gonna see it just appear. People driving in and driving it by, it coming in on Amazon. I mean, you're gonna see an awful lot of support like that.
Yeah, and we still always need leashes.
Okay,
we go through them like crazy.
So y'all heard that, right? Still need leashes. Bring on the leashes.
We do have an Amazon wish list on our website. So people
so
can
easy.
go, and you can order it directly from Amazon and have it shipped right to us.
Exactly. And I'm going to say one other thing that what I've seen people do up here, because I had a couple people from out of state do it to me. When we put a big wish out for, we do all the time, a bleach, paper towels, and copy paper, which always shocks everybody. Copy paper?
Yeah.
Yes, copy paper just by the hordes. And they were out of state, and they bought it at our Walmart and had me go down and do the pickup thing.
Yeah, that works too. We
I
can
know.
do that. Yeah.
So we're very flexible. We can do lots of things. And I don't know if you realize this or not, but at our State Farm office, we always say we're a drop-off. And so if you're not open or they're not exactly sure where the facility is, stop by State Farm, drop off the bleach, drop off the leashes, and we take them right over there when you guys get open. So we try to make it super easy for everybody.
Yeah, great, great. That's wonderful.
Yeah, so let's talk about this little gal here one more time before we leave. Perfect home for her would be...
someone that's laid back, hangs out at home, watches TV, but is still, wants to go out in the yard and throw the ball around. Maybe has another low-key dog. She'd just be a great house dog to have sitting around and, play with every once in a while. She doesn't need a lot of activity, and she's just happy, as you can see, to be with people.
She is. She's just like, I'm here. This is good.
Yeah,
Life is good. That's great. I hope that when somebody that's watching right now goes down to the facility to see her, I hope she's gone.
Yeah, and she's a shelter favorite. People love this dog that work in the shelter or volunteer in the shelter.
Yes, and I know they promote those. So
yes.
Maybe she'll be gone, maybe not. And if she's gone, we have more. Right?
Yes, we have lots more.
That is so great. Thank you so much for bringing her today. She's just a great little dog.
Yes.
I guess not little, you're little. She's a great medium-sized dog.
Yes,
Here we go.
she is great.
We thank you for being here today with us on Pet Allies Adoption Minute, sponsored by Sholo TV. Hope to see you down at the shelter.
If you would like more information about the shelter, its monthly events, or to schedule an adoption outside of regular hours, please visit www.PetAlliesAz.org or call the shelter at 928-537-8009.